with Wolfsburg. You don't expect that coach to sign Rodri for his team. Jose Mourinho has never signed a player of Rodri's profile before. He's never had that in his team. You get it? He's never had that in his team. He wants a lot of steel in his midfield. He wants bullies in midfield. He wants people who would run 90 minutes in midfield. Aggressive players in midfield. He doesn't play the Rodri kind of midfielders. So the club that best suits Rodri, in terms of style of play, if he wants to continue from where he left off at Man City, it's obviously Barcelona. So it's a good move for the player, and it's a good deal for Barcelona, because of course they got to have a player who comes in and wouldn't have to do too much to adapt. You get it? He gets into that team. A few players he's played with in the Spanish national team play together with him, and he controls that midfield. So it's a win for Barcelona. It's a win for the player. If he had gone to Real Madrid, I'm not even sure the Atletico fans would have forgiven him. You understand? Now, on Diomande, Diomande's move, it's more like a risk Real Madrid have taken.
Really? You see it as a risk?
Because we've only seen Diomande play 2.5 seasons. Okay, no, 1.5 seasons. I said a half because at Leganes he never really got a lot of game time. Okay. So at Leipzig, last season in the German Bundesliga, I played 33 games, scored 12, produced 8 assists. And everybody's excited about him. Okay. But the thing about the German Bundesliga is, for a lot of these teams, the Leipzig, the Dortmund, the Bayer Leverkusen and all, they seem to be the clubs that offer players the stepping stone to do big things. Okay. They give them the platform to, more of, they help with the development of the players. So for a player like Diomande at 19, he's jumped into a very big boot. Okay. As to whether he can deal with the pressure of playing at a big club like Real Madrid, we don't know yet. But it's a huge risk Madrid have taken on the 19-year-old. He's 19, right?
Yeah, he is. Yes. 19.
And for the player himself, he would have to know that he's joined a very big club very early. And he would have to start delivering. You see, at clubs like Madrid, there's no time. There's no time for you to say you are a kid, you are learning, you will make your mistakes and then come good. Hendrik, it didn't happen for him. Immediately they found a way to get him out. When you go to clubs like Madrid, you hit the ground running. And we've only seen Diomande play a full season once.
But Vinny Jr. was, he's been there all this while.
Oh, you see,
when he started, I remember some of the reports, they said he was a bad player.
Yeah, you see, back then, there were other players in the team who were doing the job. Okay, Vinny was not brought in to carry the team. He wasn't brought in that time to be the main man in the team. He took his time to get up there. Real Madrid at this point need a lot of players to come to the party, hit the ground running, because they need results. Diomande, if you ask me, should have possibly stayed in the German Bundesliga one more season. Stay consistent. Because from Leganes to Leipzig, we've only seen him do so well at Leipzig. And we all know the thing with this German, players moving from Germany to some of the big leagues. The German league, Nathan, it's easy to play. The Bundesliga is easy to play in. If you are looking for one of the easiest leagues where players can survive and thrive and do what they do, is the German Bundesliga. So a lot of the players, Sancho, when he was having his own issues, he went to spark the engine again in Germany. Okay. Boniface and co, we've seen them do so well in the German Bundesliga. But just take them out of the German Bundesliga, they struggle. We saw the likes of Scheller. We've seen Wirtz and co. We've seen our good friend, the one who came from Leipzig. He was a striker. Timo Werner.
Werner.
We've seen a lot of these boys playing the German Bundesliga, do so well. Take them out of the German Bundesliga and they've struggled. Haaland will be the only exception.
But players have left Germany and have done well. Toni Kroos.
Even your good friend Vets, he struggles at Liverpool. Yeah. So, Diomande has jammed into a very big boot. As to whether he'll stay afloat, I don't know. But we'll just give him time and see. If Real Madrid are patient with him, they'll see the best of Diomande, say, in the next 2 seasons. But this season, you would expect him to blood in, get used to the system, get used to things. Jose Mourinho will now have to look at where he wants to play him and where he would best deliver for him in his team. Madrid fans would have to be patient. One season would go, the next season would come. Then we'd properly see Diomande. But if Real Madrid are not patient enough, like they weren't patient with Hendrik, Diomande might have lots of issues. So, and that's why I was thinking the PSG move would have been better for him.
Okay.
So that there's the Bacola, there's Doué.
Yeah, but then are you not also jumping into the same pool of
PSG
young players?
PSG would give him that step. PSG will give him the feel of how to play at the very top level. He would get integrated into that team very well, and then he can move on from there. So PSG, with the coaching and everything, he was going to get something he can carry on to a big club. So like Mbappe did all the things he had to do at PSG. Then he moved to Real Madrid. So that's the script he should have followed. But he decided to just make the leap to Real Madrid. I mean, it's fine. I mean, of course. I mean, players would want to do But to me, it's a bit of a risk.
You think it's a bit of a risk? Well, we'll have to wait and
Madrid would have to be patient. Well, if they want to get the best out of Diomande, they have to be very patient.
I agree with you on the patience bit. I also agree with you on the fit. Like, where do Real Madrid play him? Because there's Vini Jr. who has extended.
Yeah.
And Vini Jr.'s most preferred position is playing down the left. So what happens? So it means, does it automatically mean that Yan Diomande plays down the right? Possibly.
Yeah.
Also because Rodrigo is now coming back from an ACL. It will take him a little while, and I don't think they would want to load him with games. So he will get his minutes. It will probably take him another maybe 3 to 6 months to get back to proper rhythm, and then he can start to take the load of playing high level football once again. So I'm just thinking that maybe, just maybe, Yan Diomande may be deployed down the right-hand side to hold that place down, whilst Vini operates from the left. Kylian Mbappe still leads the line, and Real Madrid will be very functional.
Yeah.
Because I think everything Real Madrid have tried to do in this window is to ensure that they have a team that can get them what they need, the results. Last season, they didn't win much. I think they didn't win anything, I believe. So they want to correct that. They want to also do well in the Champions League, and carrying the load of the league and Champions League will require more bodies. It will require tactical flexibility. It will require players who can do different things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they are trying to do. They've brought in Marc Cucurella. They have Trent Alexander-Arnold. They've brought in Denzel Dumfries. And now already, it means that 2 very good players will be slugging it out on the right. As you said, they've brought Marc Cucurella. So now he and Ferland Mendy will now have to see who plays on the left. There's still Alaba, I believe, whose fitness is up in the air, if you like. And then there are these other elements they've brought in. Bernardo Silva is a very good addition. That they've
lots of experience.
But I think that Real Madrid still haven't cracked the riddle of how they replace Toni Kroos. But you also make a good point that it is true that that thing is there. But in hiring Jose Mourinho, I don't know what they are trying to... Is it that they are now trying to completely go around the deep line playmaker and go with Mourinho? Because as you said, Mourinho's teams, when you look at it, a stable in Mourinho's teams is a hard-tackling number 6.
That is it. So they may not be thinking about the whole...
Costinha at Porto, and then at Chelsea he had Michael Essien, Claude Makelele. the two players who were very good at playing, doing the physical things in midfield.
Yeah.
And then when he moved on to Inter, who did he have there?
He had some combat.
Thiago Motta.
Yeah, Motta was there.
Yes, he had Thiago Motta and co. At Man United, he brought in Matic. Matic played for him twice at Chelsea and at Man United. So you are a staple of a Mourinho team is this hard tackling.
I don't think he has that yet.
It's true. He doesn't.
He's still looking for that midfield.
He doesn't have a hard tackling six.
He doesn't have that yet.
Yeah, I don't know if the Rodri thing was to go in a different direction, but it looks like if Rodri has given his word to Barcelona, that idea is dead. Mourinho now needs to find a different. I don't know. Does it? What it means that what he will play Bernardo Silva maybe in one of the deep roles?
No.
With somebody.
I'm sure he would try to.
You play Bernardo up the.
He's definitely going to get something. If he doesn't get a number 6, that Michaelesian kind of number 6 or that Matic kind of number 6, he's going to force one of Tchouaméni or Camavinga.
Yes, they still
to
have
play
Tchouaméni.
like that to do that job for him.
You mean the hard tackler, physical bruiser?
Yeah, he's going to change the way they play. One of them, by all means. And I think if knowing Jose, if there's a player he would want to convert into that kind of player, it will be Camavinga.
Oh.
So Camavinga now becomes that bully. That reader, that scanner. He does the break and play, the spoiler. Camavinga can do that job. Maybe all Jose would expect him to do would be to be a bit more intelligent, so he doesn't commit too many fouls and concede lots of, free kicks that he shouldn't be conceding. It's a very dangerous places and avoid getting a lot of yellow cards. So if he doesn't get a player who fits that profile for him, Tchouaméni or Camavinga, one of them will do that job.
So in the deep role.
I don't see Tchouaméni doing too much of that. But I think Camavinga has possibly what it takes to excel in that role.
Okay.
That if Jose feels that he can create his own number 6. Yeah.
Okay, so well, I mean, look, I don't know how Jose will shape up. Is it 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3? Well, we'll see. But if it's a 4-2-3-1, it's Camavinga and somebody else. We don't know the identity of that player. Will it be Tchouaméni? Will he go with Bernardo Silva in that role? And if that's the case, who plays as the 10? Or it will be Tchouaméni and maybe Fede Valverde, with Bernardo Silva maybe playing as a 10. And then the wide areas are covered with Kylian Mbappe. Well, those are interesting permutations. Those are very interesting permutations, right?
Yeah.
I think it looks like Fede Valverde will get the nod. It looks like he and somebody else will play deep in midfield. And then maybe Bernardo up top in the hole. And then you have the wide men. Or maybe, I don't know whether they'll go with Bernardo Silva and Fede or Tchouaméni. I don't know what happens to...
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, their options are there, and we'll see. We'll see how Jose Mourinho will mix all these players.
Yeah, he might end up playing a 3-5-2.
Do they want to play a 3-5-2?
Jose Mourinho.
So your wing backs are who and who? Kukureya and one of Trent
somewhere.
and Dumfries.
Yeah.
Dumfries functions very well as a wing back.
So, he might be looking at all of those options. I say, well, I mean, why not? And then he'll tack
Trent
all his best midfielders in that 5.
So 2 wing backs, Kukureya.
And then you have a 9 and 10. It'll be interesting to see.
Let's see, Kukureya, Dumfries.
Yeah.
And
so
then
Vini now becomes a wing back.
Vini, well, or he might choose to play Vini and Mbappe up top.
No.
Hey, who are we? We are only doing guesswork.
Just say Mourinho. To see how he sets up next season.
Yeah, he has options. Yeah. You are very right. We'll have to wait and see, because it will mean that somebody will not get to start.
Yes.
And players will have to deal with it.
As for Clásicos, nobody should expect the high-scoring Clásicos anymore, because Jose, if he has to play 10 men in defense, he'll play.
Oh, I'm sure he's changed.
Oh no, Nathan.
He's changed.
Looking at how Madrid have suffered in the hands of Barcelona these last few seasons, especially during Clásicos, Jose would want to change that narrative immediately. So the first Clásico, we should expect a very boring one, Because Jose doesn't want any high scoring game. And nobody should expect him to, be playing offensive football because of the weapons we think he has. He would find a way to contain Barca and hit them on the break. The rest of the games, as for the Sevillas and the Mallorcas and go, as for that one, he can take risks, but not against Barcelona. So it will be interesting to watch the first Clasico and how Jose Mourinho approaches it. It will be interesting, but the 5-4s and the 5-0s and the 5-6 and the 7-goal trailers we won't see again.
This is still the Sporty Breakfast. It's 6 minutes after 8. You can send in your comments 054 257 1061 054 257 1061 054 257 1061. Real Madrid fans, I'd love to hear from you now that Yan Diomande is in through the door. How do you envisage your team looking like under Jose Mourinho in the coming season? So Real Madrid fans, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see what your own projected starting 11s are. So you can send me a message 054 257 1061 054 257 1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. The other bit of Real Madrid news is that Vini Jr. has extended his stay. He's staying for another 6 years. If he sees all those years through, that's 14 at the club. Really interesting. Red, what did you make of this entire saga? Because they said he was set for showdown talks with Real Madrid, and if he didn't agree on anything, it looks like Arsenal were going to call. Arsenal were prepping to bag Vini Jr., but it looks like now Vini Jr. and Real Madrid have agreed to extend, their relationship.
That Arsenal talk itself, I don't know where it came from.
Oh, how do you mean you don't know where it came from?
That Arsenal talk, I don't know where it came from.
How do you mean you don't know where it came from?
There was no way in this world that Vini was going to leave Madrid for Arsenal.
Why?
Even if he was going to leave Madrid, his next destination certainly wasn't going to be Arsenal.
But where?
Certainly not Arsenal.
Oh.
And
why?
Not with Jose Mourinho possibly playing an advisory role. Or
Advisory
Jose
role
Mourinho telling him, you can leave, you can go to Arsenal. No way. Look, Nathan, you see, when you pay attention to some of these Brazilian players, there's one thing they like. Freedom. Okay. They like to entertain when they have the ball. They like to play without restrictions. And that was why Vini had issues with Alonso. Alonso wanted him to play textbook football, wanted him to play a particular way. Vini felt that wasn't his style. And so, right from the moment Vini had started having issues with Alonso, it was always going to be very difficult. Watch Vini playing Ancelotti's team. He was the man. He was the one doing most of the things. He had all the freedom to do whatever he wanted to do on the pitch. And Carlo loved it. Okay. So once you try to box Vini, overload him with tactical notes, overload him with what he has to do when he doesn't have the ball and all, you start stressing him out. That was his problem with Alonso. Vini would not go to a club where he will be dealing with another Alonso kind of coach.
Oh, how so?
Arteta and you see, the Premier League is so demanding that if you're a player playing in the Premier League, you would have to pay attention to a lot of the tactical notes. You have to pay attention to a lot of the things the coach.
But isn't it like that in every league?
No, you see, for a player like Vini, he's not going to sit with Arteta for Arteta to remodel his game, to add very heavy defensive demands to his game. So Arsenal definitely wasn't going to be a destination for him.
So
not even if he consulted Ancelotti and the likes, nobody would have advised him to go. And you see,
so I said that the Premier League was going to be off limits to Vini.
I mean, it was going to be a very difficult league for him to play.
Oh.
And knowing Vini, he definitely wouldn't have gone for that challenge. You get it?
So it didn't matter whether it was Man City or Man United or Chelsea or
was
Spurs,
definitely not going
who
to.
came
Yeah, he was
calling,
definitely
you
not
think
going to.
Vinny was never ever going to switch
No.
from
So
Spain
all
to
he needed
England?
to sort out with Madrid was the coach. It's no more Alonso. It's Jose Mourinho.
but
Do
if
you
you
believe in me? Does Jose Mourinho believe that Vinny is part of his plans for next season? If coach says yes, if Jose Mourinho gives you the assurance that yes, you are a key part of my team, why not? Then, if Real Madrid come to the numbers and they put the numbers down, Vinny says, well, 6 years, this is how much I want. This is how much I want to be paid. He and his agents agree. That will be the next leg. But once Jose Mourinho gave him the big confidence that he was going to play him in his team, the talk of him leaving was off the books. All he needed to do was to sort out the figures with Madrid, with regards to how long his contract would be.
Okay.
And, you know, I didn't see Vinny leaving Madrid at any point in time. Maybe if they had brought in a coach who possibly didn't like his style or didn't like how he plays or didn't want him to be part of the team so that Mbappe could be there. And that was what was said, that, you know, he and Mbappe cannot give you the best. One has to leave. One would have to start for one to be on the bench. You know, all of those permutations came up. So once Jose Mourinho gave him the full assurance, look, you're a very key member of my team, Madrid didn't have to even bother about him leaving. All they needed to do was just to work out the numbers with him. So for me, this whole Vinny to Arsenal. I don't know how no other club seemed interested, but it was only Arsenal.
Oh, but what is wrong if...
I mean, and it was only Arsenal that was linked. No other club than Arsenal. I don't even know how and where that one came from.
Oh, no, but when you read the reports, their interest was very concrete. They wanted to do the move.
And Madrid were interested in even negotiating?
No, so the conversation was between Arsenal and Vinny. They were observing the situation to see if Vinny and Real Madrid couldn't agree on something, Arsenal were ready to swoop in.
Yeah, but so there was no point where Real Madrid were even open to opening negotiations for Vinny.
No, I mean, as for Real Madrid being open, so they were hoping that.
So I don't know where the Arsenal dream of signing Vinny came from.
Oh, it's not a dream per se.
No, they were dreaming.
They were not dreaming.
They were dreaming.
They had interest. Your favorite football club, look, Karabakh. Doesn't Karabakh have ambitions of signing?
If Madrid had dropped the price tag on Vinny and said they were ready to let Vinny go, I am not sure he would have even ended up at Arsenal.
No, Ray. What if Arsenal were the only team in the mix?
They couldn't have been the only team in the mix. I'm sure even your good friend Carrick could have put his head in there. I am sure even Maresca would have put his head in there.
Maresca probably,
if Madrid had said, well, Vinny is up for sale. Oh, come on. So I mean, this Arsenal trying to tempt Vinny. So no way to. You are looking for a club to tempt Vinny out of Madrid. And it's Arsenal.
But what is wrong if Arsenal want to tempt Vinny?
Vinny doesn't have ambitions.
Oh, what are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? I'm saying what? So what? How do you mean by doesn't he have ambitions? Arsenal are Premier League winners. Arsenal, they are Premier League winners, Champions League finalists.
Do you remember the team that played in the finals in the Champions League 6 years ago?
6 years is one.
Yeah.
6 years is 20.
Nobody remembers
6 years
second.
is 2020.
Nobody
PSG.
remembers second. Nobody remembers second.
No, but I mean, they are still in their records.
Remember the champions.
Doesn't matter. They are still in their records.
Remember the champions. But,
so
I mean, Vinny was not going anywhere. It was paper talk. You see, it was press talk. It was media talk. Vinny wasn't going anywhere. To Arsenal.
I don't. Wait, relax. I don't get you.
Vinny wasn't going anywhere.
Relax. Is it
Arsenal?
Is it Arsenal that you have a problem with?
No. I'm saying that. Mami. Oh, Nathan. We know the Brazilian boys. To Arsenal.
Okay, so let me ask you. That's why I asked you earlier.
I'm saying,
what if it were another Premier League club?
If Madrid had dropped the price tag on Vinny,
yes,
and said Vinny is up for sale, you wouldn't have ended up at Arsenal.
Relax, and I'm saying that. What if it was another Premier League
Vinny
club?
Doesn't have ambition.
When you say that, how do you mean he doesn't have ambition?
He easily could have even landed at PSG than at Arsenal.
And I'm saying that. So what if no other club plays their hand, and it is Arsenal that plays their hand?
Nathan, I can assure you that other clubs would have placed their hand.
Okay,
would have played their hand.
I'm saying
and would have seen it.
Relax. So I'm saying that. So what if it were, say, Man City? Because you said earlier that
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
You just don't think that Vinny appearing in England is going to happen.
Yeah, it's a hard league for him. It will be hard for him. It won't happen. It won't happen. But if anybody put big money on the table, I mean, he will take the money and come. But certainly not Arsenal.
Oh no, that is irreal. That I disagree with.
Nathan, I mean, players, you today in the transfer market, which players have comfortably agreed to join Arsenal?
Bruno Guimaraes. So yeah.
It's a top player.
No, but is it Ray? In the context of the Premier League, Bruno Guimaraes is a very, very, very top player.
Very good player. Not top, good. Because even in that Newcastle team, if you
who do you think were Newcastle's or was Newcastle's most important player?
Tonali.
You think Sandro Tonali?
Yeah, Tonali.
Okay.
You get it. Oh no, I mean Arsenal have a very good player in Bruno Guimaraes, no doubt. Those are the players they can attract. You understand? Those are the kind of players Arsenal can attract.
Oh, no. But Arsenal can bag whoever it is they want, unless the player is not interested. Yeah. You get it? I think that Arsenal have what it takes to attract any player they want. Unless
superstar player.
Yes.
Superstar
I
player.
think so. I think so.
How does a superstar player doesn't have ambition?
No, how do you mean? That's an unfair thing to say about Arsenal. Is it why your Arsenal friends will always be looking for you?
But they know Arsenal, they know that we know their club very well.
Oh no, but we can't also say
for a player who wants to win things.
Yeah.
You want to win things. You want to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Or you want to stay on top.
Yeah, but okay.
If you're a superstar,
yes.
You are certainly not looking in the direction of Arsenal.
No. I disagree because Arsenal just won the Premier League. They finished in the Champions League final. So which means that they are on the way up. Do you get it? They can easily win the Champions League. They've made the final.
When?
They made semi-final 2 years ago. Last season, last 2 seasons. Last season, they made the final. Who's to say they cannot go one better? They can. I'm not saying they will, but they can. And maybe one day it will happen. Maybe sooner than we think.
Okay. We wait.
You understand?
We wait.
So anyway, some people believe, let me read this message. Some people believe that Vinny Jr. played Arsenal. So this one says, hey Raymond.
See, my Arsenal fans have started. Question Newman, I said he was not going to Arsenal.
He says, okay, but Vinny used Arsenal to bargain. He held talks with Arsenal for him to have the money he wanted, but Arsenal would have bought him if Real Madrid didn't renew. I believe that
Nathan,
Arsenal would have made the move for him.
Nathan, I'm saying that Arsenal would have made the move. But if indeed Madrid had opened the book wanting to sell Vinny,
yes,
Arsenal would have landed him.
Okay, because of, so are you saying that other clubs would have been in the mix?
Other clubs
would have been in the mix.
More attractive projects would have gotten Vinny's attention.
So which other
PSG could have easily bought him.
So you say PSG and then only PSG. Well, PSG is a good viable option.
Man City would have been interested.
That's another good viable option. So there are two.
Another comic club. United could have been interested.
Forget. Man United
would have been interested.
And the Ineos.
I'm saying they could have been interested.
That's what interest. Ray,
they would have taken their nose. They would have taken their nose around it.
Ray, as for interest, we all have interest.
Yes.
Every morning when we step out, we see the nice cars driving around. We have interest. Have we bought them? No. So as for interest, there, United will be interested, but as to whether they have the money, that's a completely different thing.
So so as for Arsenal, there's no way Vinny could have been an Arsenal.
No, I
then I heard when Vinny comes to the club, they'll give him the number 14. If he wants a club, that would be hey. Arsenal fans, wake up. They'll give him number 14.
But that's an interesting one. I'm coming. That's an interesting one because even on the side of that one, would Vinny have settled for a different jersey number.
We'll give you number 14. It's like,
no, I wonder. I wonder if Vinny would have. So let me ask you. So
Vinny could have easily ended up at PSG.
On that score, I kind of agree with you.
And if there was any club that could have taken Vinny from Real Madrid, it was going to be PSG.
Anyway, Arsenal were interested.
It remains a pipe dream.
No, I don't think so.
They should concentrate on the small boys. So, small wingers. They should go and look for them.
I sometimes don't understand you at all.
Arsenal fans, you know this one, this one is a friendly match. And don't get angry. It's a friendly match.
This one is a friendly match. It's a friendly match.
It's a friendly match. They should relax. Today is Friday. It's a friendly match.
Anyway, time check is 8:21. You can send in your comments 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. You can send me your comments, right? I'd love to know what you make of the Real Madrid transfer business, Diomande coming in, Vinny staying, and all of that. If there are any other things you want to talk about, I'd love to hear from you. Arsenal signing or almost signing Bruno Guimaraes, because Newcastle this week sanctioned the sale. So it looks like that transfer, we are just waiting for the official announcement to see Bruno Guimaraes in the red and white of Arsenal. That is an interesting signing, Ray. I think that it's a very interesting move, and I think it will be very beneficial, especially to Declan Rice.
Oh, yeah. No, you see, these are the signings I'm expecting Arsenal to be making. You understand? Players who are effective. Players who play a certain role in the team, give you a lot more steel in midfield. You understand? Because for most parts of last season, Arsenal's problem, really, you could find issues with their midfield. That Partey replacement became a problem. You see, they struggled to replace Partey. The profile of players they brought in, Nogard, it didn't work. Zubimendi was not your Partey kind of player. So, you know, a lot of the work had to be done by Rice. You get it. So, Guimaraes comes in. He has Premier League experience. He's a very good midfielder. And he complements Rice in the middle of the park. Then you can have your Zubimendis, you can have your other players in there, you know, trying a few things. You get it. So, in terms of going into the market and doing a very good purchase, I think Arsenal have done well in the case of getting Guimaraes. What they didn't need, or what they shouldn't have tried looking at, was that Vinny matter.
I don't know why you are still on. We've spoken. I don't know why you are still on.
No, so Guimaraes absolutely good addition to their team, and if they get one more midfielder.
Okay, what type of midfielder do you think they need?
You know, this time around, not your very busy midfielder, but you need a very intelligent midfielder. Okay, not your Rodri kind of midfielder, not your Toni Kroos kind of midfielder, but, you know, a midfielder who plays more like Kobe Menu. You see, he's almost everywhere. He's almost somewhere, you know, doing something. Because Odegaard, who would have been doing that for them, doesn't seem to have the legs anymore. Okay. He doesn't have it on his side, let me put it that way.
Oh, but Odegaard is not old.
Injuries, you know, here and there. He's struggled in the last 2 seasons for Arsenal.
Maybe this season could be the season.
You need that utility midfielder, you know, more of box to box. I don't see Rice playing box to box. So more of that, you know, he's almost everywhere. He's almost somewhere, making a nuisance of something, you know, that kind of midfielder. Because I don't see Eze doing that. I don't see Madueke doing that.
Madueke, I mean, he's a white.
Yeah, he's white, you know. And I don't see Odegaard giving them that. You need Rice to control the game a bit more, you know, be a bit controlled. You don't want him to be all over the place. So they still need that kind of midfielder. Zubimendi, a very different kind of midfielder. So you see, they need someone who is in the lines. there and about, sniffing something somewhere, especially when they're on the offensive. So they still need one more. If they get that midfielder.
So like, you think they need another creative midfielder?
If Arsenal get that midfielder, it will be a very difficult team to play against. It will be a very, very difficult team to play against. Because, you see, Nathan, for most parts of last season, Arsenal fans believed that the magician they had who could do something for them was Eze. But he was never consistent for them. Okay, he wasn't consistent. Good player, yes. Consistency problem. Odegaard, you need him to stay fit. So you should plan for these two by bringing another player who is very, very, very creative. He won't get you too many goals, but he would create a lot of opportunities for you. Assists before assists, even assists, That's the player they need. So that Guimaraes and Rice will focus on doing other things, just to make sure you are not conceding too many, but you are very difficult, you are very efficient up front. It will help them. But I mean, no. I think Arsenal will struggle when the season starts because of the few injuries they have. But when they get a lot of their players coming back, maybe after like match day 7, if Arteta is able to put the pieces together very well, I think Arsenal will be a very difficult team to play against next season. Very, very, very difficult to play against next season.
All right. Time check is 8:26. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can send in your comments 054-257-1061. Okay. Maybe we should take some calls or.
You just let Arsenal fans come and insult me this morning.
Okay, so what? So they should send messages rather. No problem. They can send messages. 054-257-1061. We'll try and see if we can connect with Abigail Sena-Sosu, who is in Morocco. We'll have to get some perspective on.
But we can do the calls. I mean, we can pick a few.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where my people are. But you can send in your comments whilst we sort out the lines. Whilst we sort out the phone lines, you can send in your comments. I don't know what is on your mind. Transfer business, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea. Chelsea are, they are in the market signing players. This morning, there was an article on the BBC. I saw a very interesting article on the BBC. Nizar Kinsella wrote that article on Chelsea's squad size. Okay, Chelsea's squad size. And Isaac Kinsella. So this article was published 2 hours ago, right? Now, Kinsella says that, let me read portions of the article for you. It says, Chelsea are in the familiar position of having a large number of players on their books with 41 senior players and only 25 days remaining in the transfer window to resolve the situation. With no European football this campaign, new boss Xabi Alonso is keen to significantly reduce his squad, with a number of players either available for sale or on loan. While the Blues can effectively register as many players as they want, despite the Premier League's 25-man squad rule, with under-21 and home-grown regulations covering the vast majority of players on their books, the Spaniard knows having players not involved cannot be good for squad harmony. But even to get the squad down to a more manageable 25 senior players, Chelsea will need to offload 16 by the start of September. The Blues have had players stranded in a bomb squad in the past, like Raheem Sterling and Axel Disasi last season. And that practice has since been outlawed by FIFA, increasing the importance of drastically reducing the squad. Quite interesting. All right, let's open the phone lines. Time check is 8:29. You can give us a call 054-257-1061 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. Let me take some calls. You can equally send us a WhatsApp message on 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Emmanuel.
Yes, sir. Emmanuel, please go ahead.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, we are fine.
Yeah, Ray, Charlie, don't worry, we pay your back. Everything, see, no bugger wire. There's no Arsenal fan coming for you because that's the truth. Vinny just was used Arsenal as a stepping stone to get more money. There was no way Vinicius was going to end up at Arsenal.
Oh, why do you say that?
But that's the truth. That's the bitter truth. I come in, we are giving him 14, and I'm 40, what you call it. And then you see Brazil. Actually, what is this? The guy was just, see, what nation was just, see, they were just using their mind to get more money from Madrid. What was a good deal for their clients, and they were doing everything. Like, everything we saying these things, like giving some of the papers money to publish these things so that Madrid will be more pressure on Madrid so that they'll give them more money.
Yeah.
But there was no way. Vinny was leaving Arsenal for Madrid for Arsenal. But you leave Arsenal, you leave Madrid, then you go Madrid, you go Arsenal.
Oh, but what is wrong with going to play for Arsenal?
You leave Madrid for Arsenal.
But didn't Mesut Ozil leave Real Madrid to go and play at Arsenal?
Oh, Ozil. Now, Ozil and Vinny, who Vinny be world class too.
But wasn't Mesut Ozil a world class player?
Oh, Ozil is a European player. You see, these European players, you see these Brazilians, these Brazilians. You see a Brazilian living this in Madrid, they're living to Manchester.
How many of them have left Real Madrid to Manchester?
These are American players. Casemiro, Di Maria. Hey, they will not end up at Arsenal.
I disagree.
Okay, I don't want you to agree with me. But the better truth is, Vinny was always using Arsenal as a stepping stone. He was never leaving Madrid.
Okay.
And if he was leaving Madrid, you go to Saudi. See, when was the last time you see Madrid Arsenal pay a player £500,000 a week?
Maybe they wanted to start with Vinny.
They've not done that before, and they're not ready to do that. They're just using their mouth towards the player. They know they can't play the player.
Oh, that's not true.
Can I start paying Vinny 30 million a year?
Oh, but why can't they pay 30 million?
Have they paid that before?
Oh, but in any case, you can always start. You can always start.
They've not done that before. Okay, they can rock shoulders with United and City and go. See, although they won the Premier League, but they can rock shoulders with United. They can't play players. I say United be the Premier League of the Saudi Arabia. United with England, Saudi Arabia.
How so?
That was a problem. They overpay players.
But that is why these days things are changing. That's why the Indian people say they won't overpay anybody.
So there's no way Arsenal was going to give Vinicius a 30 million. They're pushing their mouth around the player.
I disagree. I think Arsenal would have paid. Anyway.
It will be true. They just give them some 1 week hopes. Oh, we are signing Vinicius. But the truth be Vinicius was not ending up at Arsenal. That's the real truth.
Okay.
That's the real truth. Really, you are always right. Me, I knew from day one that they were just pushing their mouth around this player. Yeah, but this Madrid team, the midfield, I'm not confident about the midfield.
Okay.
Because there's no control. There's no control in this Madrid team. There's no control in this Madrid team. And I don't know why they did push out for Rodri. This is the money guy that they spent over $100 million. It's too much. It's too much. You have Rodrigo. Rodrigo was there. Even Valverde can even play on the right side.
But
I don't know why you spend.
But Valverde doesn't want to play on the right.
But he's so good when he plays there. I don't know why you have to spend when you don't have a controller in the middle of the park. And you spend over 100 and you spend all this money on this Yamadiga. You don't know what you're getting. Nathan, let's talk for a second. To the two tournaments that I've played, who was the best player?
Which two tournaments?
The AFCON and the World Cup. I think Amad Diallo was the best player.
Yeah, Amad Diallo did very well, especially at the World Cup.
So if they're buying the money for them, like that, Amad will go like 12 million. Because you can't tell me that Diamande is better than Ahmad. No, Nathan, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me. See, I watched the two of them, and you can't tell me that Diamande is better than Ahmad. Charlie, the transfer money now is too much. But the money, 100 million. Charlie, what is this? Charlie, you guys have a good morning.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, this is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can give us a call. 054-257-1061. We'll connect to Abigail Senasusu in a bit. But let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
This is Ato on the line.
All right, Ato, please go ahead.
Nathan, I agree perfectly well with Ray saying. Can I ask you something, Nathan?
Yeah.
Your school days, when you were at Accra, and your parents tell you, I'm taking you to Kimbu, will you accept it?
But I chose Accra Academy, did I not?
Oh, it's just a question. Will you do it?
Will I do what? That's the school that has my name. So I won't go to another school for any reason. I mean,
I understand you.
Yes.
And it got to, let's say it got to a point, your parents told you, Nathan, they are taking you to Kimbu. Will you go?
No.
We are taking you out of Accra to Kimbu. Will you make it?
No.
Thank you very much. So how can Vinny leave the whole Real Madrid and come to Arsenal?
But what is wrong with going to play for Arsenal?
Oh, please. Not even see if it's City, fine. Man U, fine. Liverpool, fine. But Arsenal.
But why are we making it look like Arsenal is some back road team or some championship side?
Nathan, did you watch the games they played last season?
Yes, I watched all of the games they played last season.
If the referees in the UK have stood firm, Arsenal wouldn't have won the league.
How so?
Oh, that rubbish games they were playing.
But
about 5 players will go and be one keeper, push the keeper, then the referee will allow take their goals.
Okay, you see, if those things were breaking the rules, how come the goals never got chalked off? They were good goals, right?
Nathan, please, you know UK referee. When we went to the World Cup, when players were doing that, were the referees taking it?
Well, I mean, the most extreme cases, no. But the rules were clear. They said they didn't want goalkeepers to be heckled.
Thank you very much. You know, sometimes there are certain infringements that they take it in the EPL that really goes against the laws of the game.
Like how? Like how? Like which one?
Typical example is what I'm telling you. The Arsenal goals, most of them.
You see, look, I'll tell you what. When I watch a lot of the things Arsenal do at set pieces, I don't see. They say they heckle goalkeepers. I don't really see it. I really don't.
Listen, please try.
And it's not like look, this is me. It's not like I watch all of Arsenal. It's not like I support Arsenal or anything. But when I watch what they do, I don't see them heckling goalkeepers. Do they load the box? Yes, they load the box. And having bodies in the box is always a good advantage. But I don't see them heckling goalkeepers and things. Did you watch Everton versus Man United last season? That is heckling. When you are physically attacking Saint Lamens, that is heckling. But I think what Arsenal do, I think is well within the law.
Hey, Nathan. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I personally think that I'd really... Charlie. So having bodies in the box is heckling. Anyway, let me take this caller. Hello? Oh? Hello? All right. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Nathan. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is the one and only Achekera.
Thank you very much, Achekera. Please go ahead.
Yes. Today I'll dive into the transfers.
Yes.
You realize during the World Cup, the Spain matches, I was actually waiting to hear Juan Laporta and Deco move straight to Rodri. I don't know what we were waiting for. Rodri is just the replica of Busquets. They were chasing people around. They were chasing Alvarez. They are spending all the money on Alvarez. We need height and experience
in the midfield. Frankie de Jong, as always, you play small, you'll be injured. You play small, you'll be injured. You need someone who understands the system. You realize La Fuente is playing the same style as the Barcelona team, how they play.
Yeah.
Rodri is the main figure there. He makes sure everything moves well. And Deco and Laporta, they are watching him. They are waiting for him to go to Madrid. If he had gone to Madrid, okay, you dead. Now that they want to move in for him, I'm hoping they do that quickly and drop the Alvarez move. After Alvarez, I'm sure we can get Osimhen and stuff. We can get Osimhen for a cheaper price if only he wants to come and his wages is a bit moderate. But they should stop chasing Alvarez. It won't do as good. It will never do as good. They should just get two persons, Rodri and Osimhen. Then work on the one Cancelo deal. They should finalize it. Then we are good to go. Later, good morning to you as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Achekera, for calling. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. We'll be going to Morocco to talk to Abigail in a bit, but let's take a few more calls. We'll go through some messages as well. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Ugochi, coming from Ashama.
All right, please go ahead.
You see, Mr. I'm very, very happy. See, this football matters and everything. It's just for fun. And I enjoy his voice. What he did to my club this morning is unfair. It's very, very unfair. Him and Koshiki Aka, the same type of people. I don't know what you do to this. But it's fine. We are just linked to Vinicius Junior. We just suggested a contract to him. So we told him that if you're not going to sign, we never told him to leave Madrid. If you're not going to sign for Real Madrid, then come to Arsenal. We are always there to take you. We never said that we are going to match Vinicius Junior. I don't know why probably people are scared. That's why I feel like. Because I heard Nami say that Arsenal is trying to be the dynasty. I mean, probably if Vinicius come, if Arteta really wants Vinicius, I don't think he will come and be restricting him with instructions. I don't think that will happen. Never. So I don't. Well. Don't be. If you sign a new contract, that's fine. That's fine. We are okay. Even if this Arsenal project couldn't attract Vinicius, it is a Manchester United project. Michael Carrick. So somebody that Vinicius can see as his training mate, or a cone in the training ground. So I don't think that would even be possible. Or Alonso, it will not be possible. Definitely, it's always Arsenal. Even if he was going to move, maybe probably Paris Saint-Germain, which the coach there, I don't think he's really needs that now. So it's only Arsenal that presented the. But it's fine. He's going to Real Madrid. He's signed a new, and that's the best transfer decision that Real Madrid made this season.
Okay.
Giving Vinicius this year's contract. That's the best chance because this is the Monday signing. Risk. Them not signing Rodri. I think that they handed Barcelona the La Liga title yesterday.
Okay.
The La Liga title. Barcelona has been winning it too. But I think that they handed Barcelona the La Liga title yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think that they will do anything next season. So unless they fix that midfield problem. And as they never fix them, I don't think that nothing will work for them next year until they sort it out. And there is no midfielder in the market now that looks like that the same Mourinho type of midfielder available. Unless you want Christian Nogart or Mike Biscuit. we can give them that.
Okay.
But I don't think that Real Madrid are just going to struggle next season. I don't think everything is all right with them. Them letting Rodri sleep is a very, very big problem. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. Let's take a few more calls and then we'll switch tracks to something else. Hello. Hello?
This is Benjamin from Kolebu.
All right, please go ahead.
I think all people who are saying that Vinny Jr. was never coming to come back. There was talk between the club and the player. And
yeah.
The player never said he was not interested in Arsenal. There were agreements. So all people who are against the deal saying that it could have never happened, Arsenal fans are whatnot. I think they should just face their fears and accept that Arsenal is not the Arsenal of yesterday, yesteryears. Arsenal is about to take over, and it's a big club that so many players can be linked, and they are realistic links.
Yeah.
So everybody should just live with the fact that they should face their fears that Arsenal is not a great team, and they can't really believe that Arsenal is going to get a player like Vinicius. And even in Man U, when Man U was as big as it was, Man U was still feeding a club like Real Madrid with players. David Beckham. David Beckham left Man U to go to Real Madrid. But Man U got Casemiro when Casemiro was almost done with his career. So if Man U fans are thinking that a player cannot move from Madrid, we have Ozil before. So it's not something that hasn't happened before. Yeah, so it's just a matter of time. If Vinny didn't come, fine. He belonged to Madrid. His contract was about ending. So if he hasn't come to us yet, it doesn't mean that we lost.
Yeah.
It's someone's player. We are trying to lure him to our side. We cannot lure someone's player if the player owner is not ready to make the player's demands realistic and possible. So that's just about it. I think we didn't get Vinicius fair play, but we'll get another player, and we can even make another player in the coming year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Thank you for your call. Time check is 8:47. Let's take two more calls and then we can go to Morocco. Before we go to we'll go to Morocco ultimately. We'll do a detour through Takwa and then go to Morocco. let me take this caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Nathan.
Yes. Good morning.
My name is Stephen calling from Adakloa.
All right. Please go ahead.
I will talk about Vinicius Junior to Arsenal.
Okay.
And I think what Raymond is saying is very true. I believe that you are trying to play the devil's advocate so that you don't disrespect Arsenal.
No, I'm stating my opinion.
No, because we have seen what has happened to some of the players that went to Arsenal. We saw what happened to Ozil. It was at his peak when we went to Arsenal. What happened? We couldn't see Ozil. Even now that I under Arteta, look at the players that are struggling. Look at Eze. Look at Martinelli. On the left side of Arsenal's attack, the players are not even giving out their best. Yeah, today is Martinelli. Tomorrow is Trossard.
But see, it doesn't make Arsenal a bad club. Maybe the players have lost form. Maybe the players are not a fit. It happens.
But it all boils down to the coaching strategy.
That's
because we know that.
Every coach has a player he likes or doesn't like, or a player who works for him or doesn't work for him.
But we see last season's Arteta's strategy was more of a defensive game. We didn't see much of their attacking players. Look at Odegaard. We didn't see much of him. Even Eze that came from us, Crystal Palace, who was very attacking minded. Look at what happened. We didn't even see the best of Eze. So I think it was going to be a bad move for Vinicius had it happened.
Okay, so what if tactically Arteta changes his ways and decides to play?
And I don't believe he's going to do that, because you use a strategy to win your league, and we are not going to just change it because of one player.
But which manager keeps a strategy from season to season? I'm sure he will know that teams are thinking about how to counter. So I'm sure he would have had something different to do.
But me, I believe deep down that you yourself, it's not going to happen, but because of the fact that I don't want people to disrespect
No, that's not. You see, when you say that, then it's a little unfair. I have opinions. I believe in my opinions. I'm not afraid of anybody coming to, because if somebody tells me rubbish, I will spit rubbish back at them. Right?
No problem.
Because nobody has the right. No, I'm not talking. I'm just saying that nobody has the right to come and insult me. So I'm not afraid of Arsenal fans. All I'm saying is that Ray thinks that it won't work. I think differently.
Okay, no problem. And for Rodri, I think Rodri moving to Barca, I believe that is something that is a good for the Spanish national team. It's a win for them, because they are going to have Rodri, Pedri, and Dani Olmo. Is a feature for the the Spanish national team. So he has made a very good point. And I was very surprised that later you made about 3 or 4 formations with Mourinho's team, and he still left out Jude Bellingham. Have you sold him to Manchester United?
No. I haven't. Sometimes the mind is a very interesting organ. I completely forgot.
Okay. Thank you very much. I've been trying this time for the first time I've gotten to. So maybe as time goes, I'll try to call more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, how did I forget my favorite Real Madrid player? My very good friend Jude Bellingham. I love Jude Bellingham.
So you play the 10, then Mbappe will play the 9. Then
He'll play the 10.
Then we'll load the 5 across.
Mbappe. So what happens to Bernardo Silva? That's what I'm saying. That I think Bernardo Silva will play.
Bernardo Silva, I think, would be a squad player.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Later.
Yes. Oh, Charlie. What? Emmanuel, you've called once. Why have you called back? This is still the Sporty Breakfast. All right, let's take our final caller for this segment, and then we can do a detour. Ray, I'm told we are detouring through Takwa, and then we'll go to Morocco. Let me take this caller. Hello,
Mr. Nathan.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Mr. from Sprinter.
All right, please go ahead.
If Vinicius was to leave Real Madrid this season, it will cost Real Madrid very, very much. So I know what Vinicius was doing, playing down Real Madrid, like he was playing with Real Madrid with Arsenal so that Madrid can, do what he wants. So I don't think Vinicius could have survived in Arsenal if he is to join Arsenal this season. Because the Premier League is a different type of league. Premier League, they will not give you a chance to even complete one take concept. But even when you go to La Liga, you can do as whatever you want. But there another factor that Vinicius will not work in Arsenal is Arteta. Because I don't think Arteta will handle Vinicius like he did not with Ezio, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. Their egos is too much. So I don't think Arteta can handle Vinicius.
Oh, well, that's your opinion. I disagree, but anyway, fair. I give you that. You
can disagree with me that, but I know Arteta very well.
You know Arteta very well.
Yes, because he has been at City before, so I know him very well.
I see.
Man City losing Rodri. It will be a worry for Enzo Maresca. But because I want Rodri to, stay at least 1 year, to see off the first season at Maresca. But nevertheless, the decision is made already. But I want Man City to get Pablo Barrios. I don't know why nobody is talking about him. Pablo Barrios of Atletico Madrid.
Okay,
I really like the guy.
Okay.
I really like the guy. He can play like Rodri exactly. Once in a while, Man City was looking for him, but I don't know what happened. They stopped. I'm now looking at Ayub Boat. I'm looking forward to Enzo Maresca's first season at City.
Okay,
so
we'll see.
I will see what he would. I will see what he will do with that Rodri.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. I think we'll put a pause on the calls. I think, yeah. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can send us a WhatsApp message. So, my producers, can you please help us with some WhatsApp messages? Let's see what people are saying, and then we'll see if we can connect to Takwa. We'll see if we can connect to Takwa, because Mediama have been handed a very interesting CAF Champions League draw. Okay, let me take this final caller, and then we proceed. Hello?
Yeah. Final caller. Hello?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, please.
Yeah, this is Philip from Kumasi.
All right, Philip, please go ahead.
You know what? I am an Arsenal fan. And
yes.
You see, I love the game. See, we have been there. We have been there since. And we winning the Premier League is like a stepping stone for us. Next year we are going to win it. And for Vinicius Junior, I think he missed it. You coming to the Premier League, coming to Arsenal as a champion, you get 100% innings right. My guy, he missed it a lot. But next year, you watch out for Arsenal. Forget about, we are concerned about winning and getting the trophy. Triumph football, corner goal, whatever we want. We just want to win and win the trophy as well. So thank you, my brother.
All right. All right. Thank you for calling. All right, let me go through some of the messages that have come in on 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. This one is from Osborne in Kaswa. Okay. Ray, this message, the person says, I must confess that my spirit is deeply troubled regarding the current state and future trajectory of football in Ghana. To be candid, there appears to be a profound absence of a strategic roadmap. We seem to be operating on the fumes of past glory rather than the fuel of future vision. Our domestic league has lost its competitive edge and allure. Our clubs consistently falter on the continental stage, and the very foundations of our youth development systems appear to be crumbling. The senior national team, the Black Stars, currently wanders without a permanent coach or a cohesive tactical philosophy. It is a sobering reality to admit that we've become a nation that leaves its destiny to chance and luck rather than to meticulous planning and diligent effort. Where there's no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. Okay, I think we have a call on the line. Let me see. Hello?
Hello, Nathan.
Yes.
This is Graham.
Graham, yes, it's nice to have you. Sorry, I didn't know Graham was on the line. Graham, nice of you to join us. Benjamin Willie Graham is comms manager, Mediama Sporting Club. Graham, apologies. My producer sent me a message that you were on, and it completely missed my attention. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm always doing good, Nathan. And Raymond, good morning to him as well.
Good morning, Graham.
All right, Graham, yesterday, the draw for the CAF Champions League initial stage was done, and Mediama got a very tasty tie. You are taking on the former winners of the competition, TP Mazembe, starting in September. What would be what's the club's initial reaction to this? A tie against TP Mazembe, 2 legs hoping to progress. What will be Mediama's initial reaction to this draw that CAF has handed the team?
All right, so first of all, if you would recall, after we won the league, the conversation was how are we going to revamp our team?
Yes.
What's the players we're going to sign and all that? And so if you've been following us, you'd realize that we've been strategic with our signings and trying to make sure that we have a balanced team going into the competition. And so one of the things we said, or the strategy we said, was that we have to be in the group stages. How do you get into group stages? Get a very good team, prepare well. How do you prepare well? You need to make sure that financially you're sound, because it is not just having the players on the field of play. It's about making sure that the other extrinsic motivation is made available. And so we need to make sure that the players are well motivated themselves. Those who are coming in because they really want to play and make history. So we said that no matter your position you face, if you don't prepare well, you go into fail. We've seen it happen several times to a lot of clubs in Ghana. We've seen it happen to our big giants in Santo Kotoko when they had to lose to a Liberian side because the team did not prepare well. We've seen it happen to Hearts of Oak. We've seen it happen to Gold Stars. It's about preparation. So once you have a very good preparation, it doesn't matter which opposition you're going to face. You're definitely going to get the results you're looking for. So for us, the focus now is to be prepared. And that's what my president, Moses Sama, has said. Preparation is key. Whatever he would do to prepare the team 100% for the competition and to get to the group stages. That is the focus right now, and that is what we are doing.
You mentioned the transfer window. I noticed Mediama has been very busy. You've lost Salim Adams, but you've brought in Eche Dogli and a few others. let's talk about some of these acquisitions. I know that the challenge on the objective will be do well in Ghana, do well on the continent, but can you just take us into how some of these players have been acquired and what the larger objective is, and whether or not there are concerns that maybe you could be overloading the squad ahead of the season?
So before the season ended, we knew the players that were going to let go, or those who are not going to renew their contracts, or we're not going to renew the contract for them. So we had the strategy, plan for those ones. And so the coach came along with his plan and his list of players that he would want to work with. And very fortunately, we started the negotiations or the conversations with those players. And so we knew the players that we're going to acquire. And the issue about Salim Adams, for instance, we were aware. He signed, he's got this 1 year left on his contract. It was a very big deal that came along. We were also going to Africa. We needed to make sure that at least we were very much safe regarding finances. So we had to navigate our way through to ensure that while Salim is going, we also are able to get the necessary financial backing. So if any other player is coming in, they come because they are very strategic. Now, the coach also is aware that beyond the CAF Champions League, you have the Ghana Premier League, you have the FA Cup. So the idea is that, listen, I need available players. I don't need to go into a competition and say that, because this player was injured, I'm unable to win, or I wasn't able to win. So every position, you need to have about 3 players there that will be able to fight and make sure that we still have a balanced team. Your team is as good as your bench. And so that's also another strategy, that my bench must also be good, so that at every point in time, I know I have a very solid team going to every competition. And so that is the plan. I mean, if you go into the CAF, in fact, our budget for this CAF competition is $1.5 million. That is what Mediama has targeted, and that is what we're going to work on. And so everybody knows that this time, we are just not going to be the normal CAF competition, but we are going in because we want to prepare well and make history.
Graham, you mentioned finances. We do know what it takes to compete on the continent, the travels and all of that. You mentioned financial security. You might not want to go into details, but broadly, what's the picture looking like for Mediama? Are you secure, or are you on your way to security? Do you still have a few things to sort out on the money side to ensure that the journey to the continent is smooth?
So, as indicated earlier on, so that we had a budget, or we proposed a budget and prepared it, $1.5 million for the CAF competition alone. And so we've had conversations with our potential sponsors. We've also had proposals also coming through for some of the giants in the Western region, Goldfields, for instance, Anglo Gold, Ashanti European Mines, Diamond Mines, and some very, very top organizations have decided to also come along with us. And so that conversation is still ongoing in terms of the final amount that would be given to us as we prepare for Africa. The preparation also for the league is also there. So we are aware what we want to do. Remember, this is the very first time Takwa and Abosu is going to host a cup competition at the TNA Stadium. And so that preparation is something that we've spoken to all the giants that I mentioned, the Goldfields and the rest, and who have given us a very good positive response that we're going to hear from them before we take our first game at the Takwa Stadium. So we are just waiting patiently for the announcement to come in, and I'm sure all of us will know how much we are going to work with.
The team is in preseason. Can you give us updates on what they have been up to so far in Cote d'Ivoire? When is preseason ending? When are you coming back? And when are you beginning preps in Ghana for the new football season?
Yeah, so we left last week Saturday, the 1st of August, to Abidjan for preparation. And the idea is to, in fact, last season we were in Abidjan, so this is the same thing. So we just to balance the team. We have new acquisitions, and so you need to balance it with the old ones and make sure you have a gelling team before you start your competition. So we had a match with Yamoussoukro FC. We beat them 2-1 about 2 days ago. And today we're going to have another match with SOA team, also in Abidjan. Then I think on Sunday or Monday we play at Sek Mimosa, also in Abidjan. So we line up close about 7 or so matches in Abidjan that we are taking advantage of. And then on the 21st, we are back in Ghana, and then we continue the preparation as well. We had a meeting at the GACA Top 4, hoping that at least we'll be able to play in that competition. But there's still some adjustments to be made because if we are playing our first game on the 4th or the 5th of September, it means that by 30th or so, we should be in camp, getting ready for that match. So we're still looking. And so the top 4 is between 26th to 30th of August. And that is where the adjustment need to come in for us, Mediama. But regardless of that, we are just patiently preparing in Abidjan. And then 23rd, you're back in Ghana.
Final words, Ben, to all Mediama fans, to Ghanaian football fans, what should people expect from Mediama this season? Because the target will definitely be on your back after winning the league. There's the African journey to embark on. What will be your words to fans of Mediama and those who follow Ghana football? What should they expect from the team this season?
I mean, absolutely. It's a torrid journey for us, and that's why we're not leaving any stone unturned. And so the management, led by James Esufi, President Moses Ama, the board chairman, Dr. Tony, but everybody just put in hard work to ensure that historically TNA Stadium becomes the fortress for every team that comes there. So we are working hard, and we are also counting on their support, your support, and Raymond as well, to make sure that at least you give us the 100% that we are looking for. And then media, you guys have been there for us. And so I hope to see you in Takwa and Raymond as well to see how best we can cheer us on to the victory.
All right, Graham, thank you so much. All the best as you get ready for the new season, and I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, brother.
Wonderful. That was Benjamin Willie Graham. Benjamin Willie Graham is comms manager, Mediama Sporting Club. Now, for those who are wondering, what are you guys saying? Well, yesterday, the draw for the CAF Champions League prelims were done. Mediama were giving a very tasty opening round tie. They were handed a tie against TP Mazembe. Now, TP Mazembe from the 2010s or so, TP Mazembe became quite dominant on the African continent. And so Mediama will take them on over 2 legs. The first leg is in Ghana, second leg is in DRC. Now, that first leg is happening on the weekend of September 4 to 6, and the return leg is between September 11 and 13. Now, should Mediama progress, they take on Club Africain or Joliba in the second round as they seek a place in the group stage. Ray, it's a tasty tie. Yeah. It's a very, very interesting tie. TP Mazembe coming to Ghana to take on Mediama.
You see, if this were the early 2010s, down to 2015, I would have said, oh, okay, well, that was the TP Mazembe team that we knew. Okay, that was very explosive, very, very stubborn, very difficult to beat. But in recent times, they've gone off the boil a bit. They've gone off the boil a bit, and Mediama would definitely fancy their chances against TP Mazembe in this current state and form. Now, the last time we saw them play in the Champions League was 2004-2005. Yeah, 2024-2025. Now, in that competition, they failed to pick a single point from their group stage game. They finished the entire 6 games with 0 points. They were not in last year's CAF Champions League, and they are back this year, and they would have to start from the back. Last time we saw them in the qualifiers was 2023-2024 season. I think they played a very, not a very strong team. I think it was one of those teams. How do you call it? Nyasa Big Bullets. Yes, Nyasa Big Bullets. It was a team that was coming from Malawi. So. Yes, a very good team in the past. A very good team, had some very good players, had some star players in their team, caused lots of problems to some of the giants on the Africa continent.
Yeah.
But these days, and I'm being very specific, these days, TP Mazembe is not the TP Mazembe of old, okay? So that is where, Mediama would look at this team and say, we should be able to go into this game and get something out of it. Now, when you go to DR Congo these days, teams like Aloy Lupopo, Agiles du Congo, I don't know how they mention it in French.
Which one is it?
Agila du Congo. Those are the teams that are,
yes.
And I mean, I remember when TP Mazembe was very explosive. Our good friend, Tresson Putumabi. those were the players who were dominating the headlines for them. Okay, those were the players who were playing for the national team, and making a lot of things happen. These days, they have a decent squad. They still have players from Mali, players from Chad, players from Niger, players from Senegal. They still have that hunger or that appetite to bring in players from abroad to beef up their squad. They still have that quality, but I mean, it hasn't really happened for them. And so you even look at their performances in the Champions League since they last won it in 2015.
Yeah, they
haven't really, they haven't really done so much. And that's why I think Mediama would look at the draw and say, we can get something out of this one. That is, if they're able to get the new team, and I say new team because lots of new players have come in. If they're able to get the new team to gel quickly, I think that Mediama should be able to get something out of this one. Mediama should fancy their chances of making it to the next round in terms of qualification to the group stage. So it's a tricky draw, but it's not a draw against a team that is not beatable. If they get things going, if they get things right, I'm sure they should be able to get something out of this one. So on paper, sounds like a very tough draw, but based on what we've seen, I mean, to be fair, TP Mazembe, they are almost getting back. I mean, they look like they want to get back to their best. Yeah. So last season they won the league. Okay, they beat our good friends Lupopo to the league. So one can say, yes, it's a team that has undergone some changes. Okay, it's a team that has seen some massive changes over the last few years. And so they can confidently say they go into this Champions League hoping that they can get something out of it. So we'll only wait and see. What test they give Mediama. But where's the first leg going to?
First leg is in Takwa. The first leg is in Takwa, and then the return leg.
If Mediama can get anything out of this game, they would have to make that Takwa game very difficult for TP Mazembe. And if they have to win that game, whatever it is they have to do to get at least a 3-goal margin, they must do it. Look, if Mediama want to get a result, that will help them progress in this competition, regardless of the players they have. Whatever it is that Moses Sama has to do to make sure they go into the second leg with at least, I'm saying at least a 3-goal margin, they should do it. Because when they go back to Congo, they'll deal with all sorts of things. You understand? The second leg, if they go into the second leg with a slim lead,
you don't think that
they would go through a lot of things, a lot of challenges. When I say challenges across board. Spiritual challenges.
Which spiritual
challenges?
Which spiritual challenges?
Spiritual challenges, physical challenges, emotional challenges, pitch challenges, dressing room challenges, bus challenges, airport challenges. Look, Nathan, TP Mazembe will deploy all the tricks in the book to make sure they are not mentally sound for that second leg. So whatever they have to do in this 2-legged tie, they have to do it in Takwa. Whatever result they are looking for to progress to the next stage, it must be in Takwa. Otherwise, they can forget about that second leg. So it's entirely up to Mediama. And that's what I'm saying. The coach would have to get the team to gel quickly. Go into that game believing, look, TP Mazembe is not the giant of Africa they used to, the giants that they used to be in the past.
Yeah.
So we can take the game to them and beat them. Okay. And if they are beating them, they must beat them good.
Okay.
Otherwise, because look, that second leg in DR Congo, they won't win.
That you are certain that they are not going to win the second leg.
That second leg, they won't win. Okay?
So they have to get
when
themselves...
they take them to start TP Mazembe,
in Lubumbashi,
they won't win. So everything Mediama has to do to progress to the next stage must be done in Takwa. It must happen in Takwa. Otherwise, look, anytime, like I'm telling you, it will not be just the football in Lubumbashi, right?
Lubumbashi.
Lubumbashi. Yes. It will not be just about football.
There will be spiritual matters.
No, you see, everything they want to do in Lubumbashi to bash them. No, that's why I'm saying that. Look, the first leg is in a good place. The people of Takwa must come out. They must do everything some. You see, if this match would have to go off camera.
Oh wow! Really?
Oh, I'm telling you,
you cannot be prescribing.
I'm saying that
you cannot be prescribing such things.
Nathan, if this game has to go off camera, just for
I don't know.
Mediama.
I will not prescribe that. I will not prescribe that.
Oh, you think when we go back to Congo, when we go to how do you call it? When we go to Lubumbashi, you think it is going to be a friendly game?
Everybody knows it won't be a friendly game.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. Whatever Mosisama has to do, and the TNA to make sure Mediama get at least a 3-goal margin, they must do it.
All right.
Even if, look, later, if the cameras must be off for us to play this game, must be off.
Oh, Ray, I will not prescribe this. I don't know why you are even prescribing.
Now let me warn Mediama. If they think that they'll play TP Mazembe, Atakwa, and behave like, oh, we the Ghana people, we are hospitable, we are very kind, we are very nice people. If they think that they'll get the same approach, oh, we are nice, we are kind, in Lubumbashi, they should forget it.
Katanga province.
Thank you very much. They should forget it.
So they shouldn't be nice.
Because when they go there, they'll create a war zone for them. That's what I'm saying. You see, look, in this game, this game, you think whatever happens after, CAF will come and say, oh, you are not treated well, so we've overturned the results.
Okay.
So, Mediama must adopt the attitude of the devil.
Attitude of which devil again?
When TP Mazembe come to Takwa, I'm telling you, the fans must make, see, when TP Mazembe, they are sleeping, the fans must go to the hotel, make noise.
But if you go back, the same thing will be done to you. So why do it?
It will be done, so do it here first. You see, don't behave, that's what I'm saying, that Mediama shouldn't behave like, oh, as for us, we are very hospitable people. We are good people. We love people. We like the game to be played in a fair way. Nathan, there's nothing good. Nothing will be fair in Congo.
Okay. All right.
But I'm sure. Oh, look, Moses Ama, he's
experienced.
He knows these things. Look, if they have to do ways and means, they have to do it well. Across board. Not just the spiritual side. You see, they have to do it well. How many officials will come? How many referees?
Oh, there will be the 3 on the field. There's the match commissioner, 4th official. So like 5 people.
Those 5 people, they must be very fair. You see, those 5 people, they must be very fair. You see, for them to be fair, you must make sure the atmosphere is fair.
Whatever that means.
Oh, wait.
Time check is 9:19.
What have I said?
I don't know, but you are the one saying it.
They must be very fair. As my good friend Palmer will say. You went to interview Palmer. That's my good friend Palmer will say. The referee must have a very conducive atmosphere to operate in when he goes to Takwa.
Oh, but I mean, it's true. The referee must handle
you understand?
the game.
All the other referees, the weather must be fair to them in Takwa. So that when they get onto the pitch, they are very clear in their mind. Hey, look, I do know that there are matches that when they are going to play, The flight that the referee will be on.
Yeah.
You see the opposing team's chairman on the flight. You think it's a joke, eh? You think they are playing?
Okay. All right.
Referee who should be flying possibly economy, all of a sudden, first class, sitting behind club chairman. Think that, hey, see, Nathan, at this point in the game, if media would have to put their own officials on the plane to guard the referees, they must even do it. I'm telling you.
Okay, you finish. We have to go to Morocco.
So you will go to Morocco. But you see, I'm giving media the guidelines. So if the referee is coming from Morocco,
they have to be there.
They have to be on the same flight from Morocco to Accra.
What would they do on the flight?
To prevent any sort of negotiations on the plane.
But is it Media's place?
You will find TP Mazembe officials on that flight.
From wherever.
Hey?
And what would they be doing on the flight?
They are also protecting the referee.
But why do referees need protection?
You see, Nathan, this ones, they call it the things that happen behind the scenes that nobody sees.
The operations.
So, the operations behind the scenes. So, you see, nobody is saying that somebody is going to bribe a referee.
No.
But just make sure just make sure you don't give anybody the chance to go and talk to any referee anywhere.
Okay.
So if the fourth official is coming from Djibouti, somebody must be on that flight from Djibouti to Accra.
Okay.
If the referee is coming from Algeria, somebody must be on that flight.
From Algeria.
If the VAR man, we are not using VAR. If the match commissioner is coming from Comoros, somebody must be on that flight.
Hey.
So you are blocking everything in the air before the flight touches down.
All right.
You see, I'll tell you a story when we go off it.
Okay, no problem.
When we used to do operations, this is how you block the things. So that when the referee comes, the atmosphere is fair. He has not been induced anywhere. He will open his eyes and give you a fair game.
All right, time check is 9:22. Are we going to Morocco? Let's go to Morocco. Morocco is on the line. I didn't know Morocco was on the line. All right, let's connect to Abigail Senasusu, who is our woman on the ground.
Before we go, let me greet Lawyer Ivaochi. She's listening to the show. She says, "Hi, operations manager." Ivaochi, good morning to you wherever you are this morning.
Okay, all right. Ivaochi, thank you so much for tuning in. Abigail Senasusu is joining us. Abigail, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm well.
Wonderful. Last night, you were watching the Black Queens up close and personal. We were watching them here. I don't know whether you were as agitated as I was when I was watching them, but how was it like for you just seeing the game evolve from the very first minute to the last? Your own thoughts on what you witnessed yesterday as the Queens drew 1-1 with Mali in the Women's AFCON?
Well, I was typically expectant when I knew that we had two options to play, get a point or at least get all 3 points to be able to go to the next round of the competition. Yeah, I knew there were going to be nervy moments, but I think that there was some moment of respite having to see Comfortable back in the squad, seeing Evelyn Bedu handed a start, given that the 2 games that she's come off the bench, she's been not instrumental, or she's played a very crucial part of the team's play. And so it then told you that Kim Lasbeck again was going in for either of those options, and it was fun to see that those 2 changes he made to his squad were the 2 that got involved in our goal at 45 plus 3 minutes in the first half, i.e. Comfortable with those incisive crosses that she's noted for, and Evelyn Bedu being at the right place at the right time to get her head to it. That is also her stronghold when it comes to getting goals. And so I I typically felt that we had a very good start, given that this is our first first half performance after those 2 games. Kimlas had always lamented that they didn't really start well, but given this game against Mali, we started pretty well, getting the goal in the end. But in the second half, I think little moments of losing some level of concentration that got that free kick. Well, it's a well-taken free kick, though, not to take anything away from the Abati, but I think that we could have done better on that score. But as part of the game, we had 2 options. We took one. I have said that in tournament situations, you don't need to play all the beautiful football you are noted for. However you get the results, you go in there, you take it, and you leave it, because you need to play again, and that is not the time to show everybody the kind of elaborate football you can play. And I would give it to the Queens. They went in there, at least did the needful, knowing what they want. They took it and they left the game just as it was. So it was not too nervy for me, but I had a different look or twist to it when I saw those 2 changes to his lineup.
Well, I mean, in terms of standout players, I mean, Portia Boache was brilliant to watch. I've heard Kim last talking about saying that she's like an extra arm and all. Which other players have come up for praise, either from the coach or from their teammates from yesterday's performance?
I think Evelyn Bedu came in handy. Portia was not the only one. Came heaped praises on. He praised Evelyn's commitment to the team. He praised how she always wants to be a team player, whether she's on the bench or not. And it was evident when she was coming out. She stood at the center line for almost 5 minutes, just watching on. She really felt she could have been a part of the team, and it tells on how she tries to carry on the energy. I tell you what, I asked her at the mix zone that when they're coming from the bus, everybody looked that focused, that serious for the game, but she switched it up with a little music, a little dance, and she was like, that is just who she has to be in the team. They have their own way of soaking in the pressure, and she felt that was how she get to relieve everybody, rub it off all of them, and then get their heads in the game. And for me, I was not too surprised. She was literally the liveliest, but you don't take anything away from Josephine Bonsu as well. Got comfortable in that left back position as well and played her heart out. For me, she's been that instrumental, that classical from the beginning of the tournament for Ghana. I feel that this is her tournament. She's owned the position wherever she's asked to play, and you not take anything away from Grace Asanto as well. She will always be Grace Asanto. Yeah. And I think that individually they keep improving, they keep giving their very best. And I think I might just agree with Kim last that they are gradually warming themselves up into the game. We had mentioned this earlier that there might come a time where the change of dates for the WAFCON will definitely affect some teams. Little did we know it was going to affect Ghana the most. Most of these girls were literally off game the preseason. Some were home now getting ready to join their clubs and all of that. So they are picking it up one day after the other. But individually, I think that I would want to talk about Josephine Bonsu. I would want to talk about Grace Asanto, Evelyn Bedu, and yes, Doris Bedua does her bit at certain moments. I know a lot more are expecting goals from her, but it will come. And I dare not forget Alice Kusi. She's that strong on that wing whenever she's been deployed to play. I'm glad to see how the experienced players, those who have been at the WAFCON 3-4 times, are showing up and pushing the team up front. I.e. Portia, I.e. Alice Kusi. They do not show any level of tiredness or any level of being relentless or not, like them saying, being entitled or giving up or looking weak, but they're going strong every other match day, and they help the team move on. So it's been good seeing how they've all stood out for the team.
You mentioned Doris Bedua, and that first half left me very frustrated. There was this chance she had 1v1 and she lashed at the ball, hit the crossbar. I felt a little composure and Ghana would have been 2-0 up, but anyway, it does happen. We move on from that. So the Queens have made the quarterfinals. Thoughts on Kim Lars? Has he, figured out, or has he stated how they plan to approach this? They take on the surprise package of the competition, Malawi, and such a very tricky opponent to face as you are chasing a World Cup ticket, a team that has really nothing to lose and are on a fairy tale run. Any ideas on what the team wants to do, how they want to approach this game that will be played this weekend, I believe, right?
Yeah, later on Sunday.
Sunday, great. Any ideas or any thoughts that Kim Lars has shared on what the plan is, how they plan to approach that quarterfinal?
He admits it's going to be tricky, like you rightly mentioned. He's played Malawi a week to the tournament in the build-up when they had just one of the Chawinga sisters, and now the two are performing magic, have 5 goals amongst themselves for Malawi already, driving them on. And for me, I think that we get to enjoy the two sides of the coin. You flip one and you have the fair idea of who you are going to play, beating them 4-0 already. Yes, it could be friendlies, but I think that in the previous edition we participated, playing Morocco in that friendly came in handy when we had to play them. We literally left that game for them in the semis to take. So if there's anything to go by, I think that Kim has shown that he's not one person you can override twice. And good for him. The first time he beat them 4-0. The other side of the coin will be that Malawi will also have a taste of that advantage of having played Ghana. And it looked like that friendly offered them the opportunity to correct a lot of mistakes going into the tournament proper. And he continued to make mention of the two sisters, the Chawinga sisters, who are taking the tournament by storm, not just Malawi. And he knows the threat they will pose and the highlights they will play when they come up against her. The two of them combining is a thing of beauty to watch, and he knows what they are coming into that game with. So I think that we would have to take the side of the coin that is our advantage and work on it and also get better at scoring. And so it is going to be very interesting to watch Malawi come up against Ghana. And they would also fancy the moment to enjoy themselves in Rabat. They have played all of their games there, and so it wouldn't be a new environment for them. Kim will now have to deal with that new environment bound that he literally complained about at the time will not really help him. Will be too small for his team to move to to Rabat and get preparing for that one. So just like the last edition where we were advantaged to have played all our games and even the quarters in Berkane, the tables have turned, and this time it looks like Malawi have that advantage. Would they be able to take it? Will the Black Queens be able to also turn up in Rabat and write their own story there as well? Would they be able to ride on that 4-0 advantage part to the tournament proper and continue from there? Only time will tell, but Kim remains optimistic that the script is not erased. They are just going according to it. First was to get here, and they are here. And maybe it's good to have a familiar side in Malawi, and how they are going to go past the Chawinga sisters is what they have to sit down and prep for in the next days leading to Sunday.
Abigail, let's just stay on that game. And I just want your own thoughts on this. On one hand, some people will view Malawi as a team we've already beaten once in a friendly 4-0. Some people say that in this new context of a WAFCON quarterfinal, a World Cup ticket on the line, Malawi will not play and look like a team that lost 4-0 to Ghana. Your thoughts on that? How should the Queens view Malawi ahead of Sunday? Should they view them as the team that we beat a few weeks ago by 4-0, or a team that has shown that they can actually cause problems in this competition?
Well, Malawi have not played in the competition like the side that were beating 4-0 in a friendly or days leading to the tournament proper. Come on, they've beaten Africa's best as it stands now. They got the opportunity to beat Nigeria, and that is a big deal. That's a bold statement, because take it or leave it, Nigeria is the best as it stands now. And so clearly, if they are beating the best, it would always spare them on. They will go back and watch that game over and over and over again, and also try to find a way around Ghana. And I think that this is the moment where the experience of most of our players and Kim Lars will have to come to bear, because if we are beating Malawi 4-0, yes, it might not be in a competitive frenzy, but living in that friendly atmosphere, I'm sure you made note. I'm sure you also found certain loopholes that could displace the brightest spots in that Malawian side. Kim mentioned that Sabisa was not around. It was just Temwa when they beat them 4-0. So clearly, they might not have the opportunity at going at them greatly like that, the 4-0 or something more than that. But I feel that they should, the Queens should have that at the back of their mind, that at least they know how to go past them. They have to check how they did that. And even if they can do that once or twice, then it means they are good to go. And they would have to also sit back and watch how the two do play to give Malawi that advantage or that upper hand every other time. Bear in mind, Malawi is a side that whether they go down, they're able to come back at least to get a goal. And we have not gone down yet in any of our games to come back. Then the first time we did go down, they come out against Cameroon, we were not able to get back into the game. So those are some of the things we would have to be really critical about. They know how to come back into games. We have not had the opportunity to do that. And like I mentioned earlier, they have the advantage of being in Rabat, all of this wallet. So they should know their way around the pitch, and it will help them. It will go to the advantage. I saw it play for Ghana last edition. And so that is an advantage we can't override. We'll just have to also be cautious of that. Malawi will not come in as a walkover or as a very simple side this time around. They have learned a lot, because if you look back at the beginning of this competition, I'll say it again, after that 4-0, they've made a lot of changes. They've made a lot of progress, grown into the tournament game after game, even to the last moments where they had to beat when they were beaten by Zambia. That did not really tear them or deter them. So we have a lot of things to overcome. I don't expect the Queens or Kim Lars to feel that this is going to be one of those games because they have beaten them 4-0 already. It's going to be normal. It's going to be a walk in the path. It's going to be just one of those days you just pick up your apparels, you lace up and you just beat in. They have shown that there are no small girls in the game again, and so we would have to be really, really, really cautious. Very cautious taking on this Malawian side.
Well, the quarterfinals are set. For those who are wondering what those quarterfinals will look like, it is Cameroon versus Nigeria. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Ghana taking on Malawi in that in one of the other quarterfinal games in there, and then the quarterfinals as I said earlier. Abigail, of all the quarterfinals, of course the Ghana one is of interest. Of the three others, which game jumps out at you? Which game do you think will be one where people will have to pay attention to and watch?
Morocco, South Africa.
That's a repeat of a final from 4 years ago?
2022.
Yeah.
Morocco, South Africa, and it's going to be really, really interesting. I really wish I am able to make time or get to Rabat in time to watch that game. It is going to be, another one, another KG one. Desiree mentioned after they qualified that, well, she's banking so much on the fighting spirit of her team. They did it. And they did it so well in 2022, but like we have always attested to, time has passed, a lot has happened. Morocco is yet to be defeated, 1-2, drew 1. For South Africa, has been a roller coaster himself. They had to wait till the last day. I mean, the last round of matches, nervy moments, 90 plus 7 minutes as I watched on, for them to be able to qualify as well. And they still are not comfortable with how they are playing. And so I don't know if it will be against Morocco that they will find themselves or they'll find their footing. I'm sure only time will tell. Once again, they have already left for Rabat. Morocco clearly has enjoyed all the period in Rabat, and so that would also be good for them. Even with 7 points, their fans are not really happy with what they are also seeing, and so it's going to be a very tough one. South Africa handed the opportunity to deny the host the opportunity to at least get close to the semis or even get a ticket to the World Cup. It's looking like a tall order for Desiree Ellis if we are going to take account of how they have played this time around. But she is confident and she believes that just maybe that is where they will find their mojo. They are building themselves up in the competition as well. And she says that they had to enjoy the day they qualified, and I'm sure she's now thinking about it in her own words. She said she was not thinking about that game at that moment when they qualified, but I'm sure now she's into some deep thought about it, and it'll be a good game to watch how Ghislaine Chebak will also not want to bow out without getting to the World Cup. You know, it's a lot of things for the host nation. They haven't come so close, and this time they'll be extremely far away if they get to get eliminated in the quarters. And I say Jorge Builder's job is on the line, because after they failed to lift the trophy last edition, I'm sure he was given the opportunity this edition to right his wrongs as a World Cup winner. You know, they have a lot of hopes or trust in him to be able to get them the trophy. So for him to get out at the quarters, I'm sure it wouldn't be a good side for himself, knowing that it could be the end of his time with Morocco. So there's a lot to fight for there. There's a lot at stake as hosts, as former winners, as Desiree is also wanting to end her time with South Africa on her high, always dodging the question when she's asked if she will continue after this WAFCON. You know, there's a lot to stake for the managers as well, and for most of the players. They would not want to miss out the opportunity of going to the World Cup again. These two have been there, and so they know how it is, and it will be sad to see one of them not go through, but unfortunately it is what it is.
Well, you're right. One of either Morocco or South Africa will not be representing the continent next year's World Cup. So for listeners, the full quarterfinal is Cote d'Ivoire, Algeria, Saturday 5 p.m. Ghana time, Morocco, South Africa, Saturday 8 p.m. Ghana time, and then you have Cameroon, Nigeria, Sunday 5 p.m. Ghana time, and then Malawi versus Ghana, Sunday 8 p.m. Ghana time. Abigail, let's move away from the WAFCON. Let's talk a bit about some Ghanaian club news. Mediama, a club you know very well, got themselves a draw with TP Mazembe yesterday afternoon. When the draw was done, is the prelim stage of the CAF Champions League qualifiers. Your thoughts on that? You've been observing Mediama as they go through preseason. It's I guess, you know, when you win the Ghana Premier League, this is your reward. You have to play TP Mazembe for a ticket to the second stage of CAF Champions League qualifying.
Miniano, my very people. I listened to Graham, and you would agree with him to a very large extent, and I listened to Raymond as well, and I want to also agree with him to a very large extent. You know, when I heard TP Mazembe, I was like, hey, is this Solomon Assante's TP Mazembe? You know, the name of old will scare you, but I do agree that yes, they have not been apt in the years rolling down after 2010 and all of that, when we saw Ghanaian sides challenge them. They ended up buying a lot of our players and all of that. We're not really hearing of them like we used to. But personally, I'm happy for my very own Ibrahim Zampo and the tangential with which he's going. I think that it helps him for future career. I mean, his future moments that we'll talk about later along the line. But I feel that Mediama have quite an Herculean task ahead of them, something that they cannot surmount. I agree also that they would have to make the most of it in Tapa. And even I'll go as far as praying or wishing that they get at least 4 goals to be able to...
4 goals?
Yeah, yes, to be able to secure themselves. Nathan, this is Africa.
I know.
You have that 2 or a goal cushioning going out of your comfort zone, and even the stress at the airport to even break you down before you get onto the pitch. You know, some of these things do happen, but you have the opportunity to play at home first. You need to take full grip of it. And yes, Mediama have made some signings, at least plot the best we have mentioned or we have seen in other clubs. But when I say I agree once again, is where they'll be able to gel in time, have that Africa exposure. And so I am happy that they are in Ivory Coast playing some of the best. I've watched ASEC in this competition before. And so if they get to play ASEC in a friendly environment, clearly Tanko and some of the new boys like Echedogli and the others will have a fair idea of what it means to play outside. From Division 1, you get a very good Premier League opening, and then you are now going to be pushed into Africa. For somebody like Echedogli, he might need time to process all of these things. And a manager like Ibrahim Tanko, I've watched him raise young boys. And so some of these things would come in handy. And I'm really hoping that they'll be able to get that mindset right and get ready for Africa in time. That is they began their preseason quite early. They went to Ivory Coast last season and they felt it helped, and they've gone back to the same place. I'm really looking forward to a very good opening in Takwa. Midiama themselves have not fared too bad on the continent the number of times that they have. I remember in as far back as the season when they had explosive players like the Malika Powell, the Kwame Boahims, when in confederations or Champions League, they have always shown up, and they've shown that they have the backing as well when it comes to the finances as well, to always keep their head and keep them focused in the competition. I'm really looking forward to a very good opening for Ibrahim Tanko, especially. I wish that the unfortunate downward trend of TP Mazembe will be to our advantage, that they will not be too scared of the name TP Mazembe on the continent. Yes, they will come in with a certain level of clout, given what they've done on the continent, but I am really hoping that they'll be able to break all of that down and get a very good footing, get a very good start. I believe that they should be able to go through. It won't be easy, but playing at home, whatever results they get here will tell us how far they can go in this year's Champions League. Midiama should be able to have a good start, I do believe.
All right, we'll see. All the best to Midiama as they get ready for this very exciting game against TP Mazembe in September. Finally, Abigail, we go back to the WAFCON. So the Queens play on Sunday. What's the itinerary looking like? I've seen quotes or some videos attributed to Kim Last complaining about the turnaround time and, not too much wiggle room to prep. So between now and Sunday, what's the itinerary looking like as they get ready for one of the most important games they'll play in their history?
So latest by 3 p.m. Ghana time, local time, they should be on their way out of Casablanca to Rabat. This morning they'll just have their breakfast, pack, and check out later in the afternoon, and head to Rabat to begin preparations. And so we are just hoping that. Sorry, I got cut off for a moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
What I was saying is they'll leave this afternoon to Rabat, get into their hotel and prep, and that is what Kim Last was literally complaining about. That the time, the moment from now till they get to Rabat looks like the day would have been exhausted. So then he has just a day to be able to get ready for that big game on Sunday in a new environment. But he accepts that is one of those things, the challenges that comes in playing in the last group, because ABC, they have had enough rest, they have had enough turnaround, but it's just one of those things that he has to deal with. So they should leave Casablanca by 3 p.m. today.
All right, Abigail, thank you so much. Stay safe, take care. We'll catch up before that quarterfinal. Fingers crossed, the Black Queen should win. We don't care about the trophy for now. All we want is to qualify to the World Cup first, and then we'll think about whether or not we want to win a WAFCON for the first time ever. Anyway, Abigail, thank you so much. Stay safe, and we'll catch up later.
Sure.
All right, that was Abigail Senasusu. Boots on the ground in Morocco, keeping an eye on the Black Queens primarily, but all things WAFCON as well. Ray, so the quarterfinals once again. Cote d'Ivoire versus Algeria. That's tomorrow, 5 p.m. Ghana time. And then Morocco, South Africa. Saturday, 8 p.m. Imagine one of Morocco or South Africa, Ray, will not go to the World Cup. I get the feeling that, Ray, this game will probably mark the end for somebody. Maybe Bleeder or Ellis.
Desiree Ellis.
You think it will mark the end for Desiree Ellis?
Yeah.
Irrespective of what happens?
Yeah.
Wow. So even if South Africa go to the World Cup, are you saying they are going with a new coach, or that is a last job?
No, I don't think they'll make it.
You think Morocco will oust them?
I think Morocco will oust them. I think Morocco... South Africa haven't been good at this tournament.
Yeah,
Morocco have been better.
But now, Ray, but now there's the added pressure of a quarter-final game.
And Morocco definitely would go into this game knowing very well they are meant this. Okay, no, they didn't disappoint. I almost fell for your winners, but they'll know that the expectation of the whole nation is on them. Okay, they cannot disappoint, and not just that, they've played some very good football at the tournament. Okay, South Africa, on the other hand, I think the team is dipping. Let me put it that way, because even at the last AFCON, there was a lot expected from them, but it didn't really go as they planned. Ghana even beat them for bronze, you know. So South Africa are not there, in terms of what you want to see, what you want to get from them. So Morocco look like they're in a better position to get the job done. Now, what happens to South Africa?
Well, this is what happens.
Have to go back.
Yes,
yeah.
This is what happens. If they lose, they go into a playoff.
Okay.
And two teams will go and play in the intercontinental playoffs for a chance to qualify for the World Cup. Africa's slots are now 6 because they've expanded the Women's World Cup. And thank you, Ayamga, for this reminder. But the point is, why do you want to go?
Yeah, that's a complication.
Difficult,
So that's what I'm saying. Morocco definitely would get the job done over South Africa.
Aren't you?
Even if it goes to a penalty shoot.
You don't think that Morocco could crumble under the weight of pressure?
I don't think so. Mind you, Morocco have one of the best brains when it comes to the women's game.
Yeah.
In terms of coaching.
Builder or bleeder.
You understand? So, how he would get this team ready for the game, I don't see how they would miss it. Now, the only challenge for me on the South African side is there'll be an opportunity for a playoff. If they don't get that, they'll now begin to start looking at life after Ellis.
Okay.
Maybe the team needs a new voice. Maybe the team needs a new direction. Maybe the team needs fresh ideas. Maybe the team needs a complete overhaul. That's where they'll now be looking. That's where they'll now be, paying attention. That's where the focus will now shift. So,
okay.
We'll just have to wait and see. But I don't think South Africa can eliminate Morocco. I don't think so.
At least at this stage, you don't think it's going to happen. You think Morocco goes through, then South Africa will have to think of the playoff.
The playoff spot, yeah.
But you also insist that this is the last dance for
this could be the last dance. I mean, she's been there. She's been there for how long? She's been there
for a very
she's been there for a very long time. So I mean, and for South Africa, they believe strongly that the women's game is their thing. Okay, they've reached a point where, since 2016,
6 years.
Yeah.
2016. Sorry, 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years on one job, and you have not performed like how do you call it, our good friend? You have not performed like Tonton Didier. That's how you call it.
Yeah, I mean, he had one World Cup, one Nations League, World Cup second.
It's a long time for you not to win things.
Yeah.
But and it's always the hope. And it's always the hope. And it's always the...
But they have one WAFCON at least in 2022.
Yes. But I mean, in 10. So...
But somebody can argue and say that in those 10, it was when things were beginning to come together.
Yes.
And when it finally did, they won one.
Yes. So, won one. Then finished another final. I mean, they finished the final prior to the one they won. I think they finished the final in 2018, right? Yeah. And then they won in 2022. But that's the only thing to show for 10 years. As for the Kusafa, I won't add it. No, you understand. That's so much. So you're conquering everybody there. You're conquering everybody in your region. But when you step out, there isn't too much to show for it. Maybe you would have to go back to the drawing board. And I'm sure if South Africa don't make it to the World Cup, even Ellis herself will be considering, leaving the room.
Okay.
You get it. So, well, it's a tough one. It's hard, but we'll see. We'll see how things play out.
We will see how things will play out. It's the quarterfinal stage of the WAFCON. Time check is 9:55. We'll be wrapping it up in a bit. My producers, can you give us a few more messages? Let's see if we have a few more messages, and then we will see where to go from here. This one says, Yao from Okain. She says, Rodri to Barcelona, problem for Madrid. Shout outs to all the citizens. We move, as the message says. Okay, this one, we've gone through this message already. Okay, this one is from Nathan from Kaswa. Says, I've been trying to wrap my mind around this Diomande to Real Madrid move. I think it's a big risk for the players' development, looking at the big switch in clubs. I look at him even in the national team, and Ahmad has got proper end product. He's got a better end product. Vinny didn't cut it in the early stages, he was giving time to settle. But the difference is that Diomande costs over 100 million, so he needs to hit the ground running. Well, that's fair. Vinny didn't cost Real Madrid much. Yeah, it's true. Hendrick and Mastantuono are other examples, but when Madrid come calling, you answer. It could be a one-time opportunity. I hope he steps up to the challenge. The moment Barcelona jumped into this Rodrigo deal, I knew it was over for Madrid. Barca's style of play will be more attractive to him than what he will endure under Mourinho. I must say, Madrid needs him more than Barcelona, looking at the teams. Now, Arsenal should stop flirting with the Vinny signing. Do they have the apparatus to manage Vinny's ego and drama he'll bring on board to the Premier League and the club? They've got Bruno G, and it's a possible cracking midfield partnership with Rice. But will it be a move that sees Zubimendi or Luis Kelly make a move out? It will be interesting. Ray, that's another dimension I haven't really thought of. What it could mean for maybe Zubimendi, maybe. Miles Lewis Kelly, I can understand if somebody says that it could nudge him out, because now he falls behind Bruno G, Rice, Merino, and then Zubimendi. So Lewis Kelly will be option number 4,
Lewis Kelly,
5.
Is his best position in the middle of the park.
That's his default. That is the position he best plays in.
Okay.
In central midfield. He was trained in that position.
They would have to reconsider his stay there. Yeah, you would have to take a hard look at continuing at Arsenal this season. And I think it's in the news.
Well, some reports are beginning. Some reports have linked him
to a move away. I think even United. Yeah. United are interested in pricing my way. So a lot of players would feel a lot of players will feel a bit uncomfortable with the players coming in.
Yeah.
But I think that if Arsenal want to compete on 4 fronts, they need a lot of bodies in the middle of the park.
Do you think they need more in midfield?
Yes, you don't want to leave the job to just Rice and Gumares.
Oh, but they've got Merino and Zubimendi, so that's already 4.
Zubi Merino.
Then they can make an argument to keep Miles Lewis Kelly and promise him games.
So, at least for this season, some of these players should stay. For Arteta to end the season and make a decision on who goes and who stays. I think you need all of these players, especially knowing very well Arsenal would want to compete on 4 fronts again.
Okay. So they need more bodies.
So
okay, all right.
Nogard is out.
Nogard is gone. Of course, he's gone to Everton. So that's one less.
So you keep what's there. If Luis Kelly leaves, fine. But I still think that Merino, these days is deployed as a utility striker.
If need be. But he's still a midfielder.
Absolutely. So that's Zubimendi. So that's Zubimendi, Gumares, Rice. You don't touch it.
Okay.
You don't touch it.
Yeah. Let me read this one. Kofi from Broadcasting says what Raymond said about Jose Mourinho's possible setup against Barcelona in the Clásico is true. He'll be very defensive and cautious, knowing that if Madrid concede more than 3 or more, he could be sacked. Real Madrid can do anything when it comes to sacking managers. And then this one says, if Vinicius was let go by Madrid, it wouldn't only be Arsenal that could be interested. Man City, PSG, Bayern would have joined the chase. He wouldn't join Arsenal because their chances of winning the Champions League are very slim. I don't think Arsenal's chances of winning the Champions League are as slim as we make it look. This one says, as a Madridista, I'm skeptical when it comes to the second coming of Mourinho. Okay.
Job. As for the job, Mourinho will do.
Okay.
The job there, will do it.
Yeah.
The job there, will do.
Sports Messiah from Amasaman Fise says, congrats to the Queens for making it to the last 8 of the WAFCON, but they need to work on their goal scoring. He says, I'm glad Vinny Jr. has extended his contract. Okay, we'll see. It's 10 on the dot. I think this is where we'll end the show. This has been the Sporty Breakfast. Ray, I don't know if you have anything to say.
Apologies to listeners for not coming in early. Sometimes sometimes the job is.
It happens. It happens.
It's always good to be. It's always good to be on the show. It's always good to, But Arsenal fans, I beg, today is Friday. Leave me.
Anyway, before we leave, just a quick run through our announcements. Stanbic Bank is saying that if you can spend $500 or more using your Stanbic Money Wallet MasterCard between now and August 14, and August 14 is next Friday, if you can do that, you could be in line to win 2 Champions League tickets. 2 Champions League tickets by kind courtesy of MasterCard, who are the official sponsors of the Champions League. If you want to find out more, call 03028157789 or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to find out more. The world on your card, T's and C's apply. For those who have some cash lying down, you want to take your friends, maybe your wife, your husband to Gambia, Tamala Voyage is here. They are giving you a package to Gambia, round trip flights from Accra to Banjul, 3 nights hotel stay with breakfast, city tour, airport transfers, airport security fees, and a special Friday BBQ dinner by the beach. Single 15,566, double 27,000 flat, triple 38,920. Call 025-630-8402 and speak with the good people of Tamala Voyage. Now, Rexona is saying that their Dio sprays are made for motion, made for you. Their Dio sprays have motion sense technology. And that technology has microscopic capsules that sit on your skin and burst with friction as you move, releasing extra bursts of freshness for every step you take and every move you make. Choose Rexona, choose protection that moves with you. That's been our Sporty Breakfast for today. Many thanks to my production team, Immortal, Angela, Naneki, and Abigail. Many shouts to Emmanuel Ayamga and Fly. Many shouts to my wingman, Raymond Yamado. Many shouts to the technical guys, Biggie and his crew. Many shouts to our team lead, Gary L. Smith. Many shouts to you, our listeners. Thank you so much. There's the news at midday, Sporty Plug at 12:30, Sporty Drive at 4. And all kinds of amazing programming right here on Sporty 106.1. We are the voice of sports. Stay safe, take care, enjoy your day, have a blessed weekend. We'll catch you on Monday.